Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for BoardGameGeek, and I'm here with Hao Zhen from Blue Piper, and you're here today to show us the Zoollywood, a game of adorable penguins.
Yep. So thanks for having me. So my name is Hao, and one of the co-designers of Zoollywood. And as you can see, this is a super cute game. And the theme is two penguin actors trying to win a movie audition from the biggest film company in the Animal Kingdom, which is called Zoollywood. So that's a very cute theme, but the core gameplay is actually an abstract strategy game. So the goal of the game is trying to place all your 16 eggs on the board by doing one of your 3 actions available per turn, or you just make your opponent cannot do any of his actions during his turn, then you will win the game. Yeah, so the 3 key features of our game will be first, it's abstract strategy game. So as you can see, and for abstract strategy games, sometimes it can be super symmetrical and requiring a lot of strategical thoughts, which can be a good thing for abstract strategy gamers. Also can be a not that good thing for gamers just like me. So that's why I added another 2 features of the game. So the other feature of our games are these event cards. So these event cards are the tide turners. So during your turn, you can do one action, but if you have cards, you can also do an additional action. This usually will change the game a lot, and they're super powerful. And the third layer of the features of this game will be the scene cards, which is currently displayed on the screen right now. Yeah, these are the scene cards. So basically the levels. In our game, we have, even it's an abstract strategy game, but we don't always want the board to be always the same. So we have a pre-designed 5 scenes in this game. You can see currently it's scene 2, and you will need 1 seagull and 4 icebergs to set up the scene. And we have 5 scene cards in the base game. And if you actually purchase the expansion, there are 7 more scenes. So there are a lot of ways to set up the scene and make it a game. Every game is different, which significantly increase the replayability. And beyond these 3 key gameplay features, we have 1 additional selling point, in my opinion, which are the arts of our event cards, which is super cute. But beyond that, these are our super cool miniatures. I'm super happy with what we have right now. So if you buy base game, you will have these penguins. Yeah, this is star penguin, and beyond the star penguin, there are also several assistant penguins. And one special note is, right now these penguins, yeah, you can see they're different because they have special painting. These special paintings are SPIEL exclusive. So if you buy the game right now during the SPIEL, you will get these special painting penguins. And these are included in the base game, but also if you buy the miniature pack, you will have these additional miniatures, such like the icebergs and the seals. Yeah, seals. Also, this seal is SPIEL exclusive. Like you can only get it right now. If you buy miniature pack, it will not be in the future retailer versions.
So it looks like if people don't get the SPIEL version, they get sort of the cardboard equivalents that are right next to the minis, correct?
No, so the cardboard version are the ones in the base game. If you don't get a miniature pack, you will have to be playing with the cardboard version. If you get a miniature pack, you will have everything, all the cardboard upgraded into actual pre-painted miniatures. However, the seal is one of the cardboard in the expansion. If you want to upgrade the seal to be a miniature, you will have to buy the special edition of miniature pack at SPIEL. That's the only chance.
Well, let's talk about how to play now that you've really whet our appetite for playing with the pieces. What are we going to do with them?
Yep. So I think right now we already set up the scene, which is the scene 2, and each of the player already decided one of their 2 starting event cards, and we already shuffled the remaining cards to make the event card decks. And the last step of the setting up is the blue player places 1 yellow egg on the board anywhere they want. Yeah, can we do that? So the blue player places 1 yellow egg on the board anywhere they want, and the yellow player places a blue egg anywhere they want on the board. Yeah. So that's the yeah. So that's the last step. Now we're ready to work. In this game, you have to take one of 3 actions in your turn. The first action is called placing. So let's do a placing action for the blue penguin. So basically, you just grab 1 egg and place it anywhere on the board. Yeah. So that's the action. And before or after the placing action, you are able to play a card if you want. Also, you can. It's optional. You can skip that. And oh yeah.
Again, great artwork.
Yeah. So we have 2 cards here. So cliffhanger will allow. I will explain this later. But let's skip the playing card action for now. And the second option of the 3 action is called the hatching. We will do a hatching action for the yellow penguin. So hatching, just replace that egg with 1 of your penguin. And you can see there are 3 assistant penguins and 1 penguin with special costume. That's your star penguin. Star penguin can only come to the board as the last one. So as long as there's still unused assistant penguin, you can now bring that penguin on the board. There's some additional rules about it I will cover later. And after hatching, you draw 2 cards from the event card deck. Yeah, on the top. And choose 1 to add to your hand. And put the other one on either on the bottom or on the top of the deck. Yeah, it's your choice. Yeah, so if you're taking the hatching action, you are now allowed to play card, but this is the only way you can draw cards. And now we're going back to the blue penguin again. Let's do another hatching. It's because he cannot do the third one, sorry. Let's hatch that one, draw 2 cards. And choose 1, add to the hand, put the other one back either on the top or on the bottom of the deck.
On the top, all right.
Yeah. And now we're back to the yellow penguin. Now we're going to do the last action, which is called exploring. So basically what exploring is, a penguin can move towards 1 direction on the board. So because the board is super slippery, once the penguin started, it cannot stop. And there's also one additional rule, is that if the penguin moves off the board, he will automatically swim back to the opposite side and continue moving in the same direction. Yeah, so in this case, can we move the yellow penguin to the upper left direction? Yeah, and move there, and swim back to keep moving, swim back, yep, and stopped by the iceberg. And after it stopped, you place X on all the spots where the penguin started and passed through. Yeah.
So if you can plan a good long slide, that gets a lot of eggs on the board.
And before or after this action, same as the placing, you are also allowed to play a card. one additional thing I forgot to say, at any moment, you're only allowed to keep 4 cards in hand. So whenever there are more than 4, you have to instantly discard to 4. Several additional rules about exploring. So the exploring action, you can only be stopped by either a barricade. In this case, the barricade refers to the icebergs and the seagull. Or you can be stopped by your own penguin, which means another yellow penguin, or your own egg, which means a yellow egg. So if you are passing through a blue egg, in this case, which means the opponent egg, you will just kick the egg off the board and keep moving in the same direction. You will not be stopped, but you can remove all the blue eggs you pass through.
Ooh.
And if on the direction you are about to move, there is the opponent penguin, you are not allowed to move that way because you are on audition and you are not allowed to fight. So your way will be blocked by the penguin of a different color. So that's the first case.
So just for example, if being now the blue penguin player's turn, if that blue penguin was going to move diagonally down towards the left, boink, it's going to knock that yellow egg off the board.
That's
and then
right.
We would put
and then place eggs everywhere. Egg. Yep. There are 2 cases you're now allowed to move. The first case, I already explained that if you are running into a different color of penguin, that's the illegal case. You are not allowed to move that way because you will cause a fight on the audition site. The other case is that because we have this mechanic, if you move off the board, you're automatically swimming back. If it makes an infinity loop, there's nothing to stop you. That's also an illegal movement that you're not allowed to do.
An endlessly looping penguin.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And I forgot to explain what's the differences between the assistant penguin and the star penguin. So first, star penguin has to come as the last penguin because they're the star. And when star penguin is on the board, basically you can use the star penguin exactly the same way as the regular penguin. But when you're using star penguin to explore, you can choose either with that action to play a card, but if you don't want to play a card, after moving the star penguin, you can directly draw an event card from the top of the deck to your hand. Yeah. So that's there are only 2 ways to draw cards because the cards are too powerful for an abstracted strategy game.
And Lincoln, if you wouldn't mind grabbing now an example of one of those cards, I think they'll probably make a little bit more sense now that we've walked through the rest of the gameplay. We can just maybe look at 1 or 2 examples.
Yeah. So for example, the yellow penguin just moved the upper right and laid 2 eggs, right? And now at the end, we play this card, so which means we choose a triangle area surrounded by 3 empty spaces and place 2 of your own eggs and 1 the opponent eggs on the board. Yeah. So it really depends on what's the moment you play in card, or how exactly you place these additional eggs. This can be instantly winning in an abstract strategy game because you don't know what cards the other players have. So yeah, this is always a surprise moment or the elements on top of the abstract strategy game.
How long do you think a full game would take us?
It really depends because I have seen players just because the core game is like a chess-like game, even though they're cards. So really good players, you really can take a really long time. But I have also experienced games just finished within 10 minutes. So it really depends. Yeah, it's like a Santorini.
Well, if you guys want to check that out, this is, I want to make sure I say it right. Zoollywood. There we go. Zoollywood.
Yeah. Like a Hollywood, but a zoo version.
Like Hollywood, but a zoo, yeah. If you guys want to check that out, this is Zoollywood, which is being published by Blue Piper. Hao, thank you so much for letting us take a quick tour of the South Pole and some penguins, and we'll be right back with another Blue Piper game.